Hey guys, how you doing? It's Jake here. Just wanted to take a few minutes and talk about TrainHeroic, our logging software that we use, and just point out a couple of tips that may help you get a little bit more out of this very useful tool that we have available to us. And so the first thing, as I pull this up here, that you'll see is we are looking at TrainHeroic for tomorrow, Monday, June 19th, and I can see the workout as it's written out for the day. And the first thing that I come to here is the strength superset portion of the programming for tomorrow. Usually when we're doing strength-based work, we're going to see percentages programmed, and these numbers that are in here, if you're logged in as yourself, you should see the weights that are defaulting in here should actually be 80, in this case 80%, 85, 90% of your actual maxes is what you should see in there. If you're seeing something in there that doesn't look right, it probably means that somehow or some way, the working maxes that TrainHeroic has recorded for you are not correct, and we can update those. Real quick here, if I click on history, I can see the times that I have logged that particular movement, especially recently. We've been doing a lot of jerks in this particular case over the last couple weeks, and I can see how many reps and how much weight I did for each one of those. I can see projected here under numbers. I can see my projected 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, and 20 rep max, my estimated best, my most recent, and I can also see tips and videos on exactly how to do that particular movement. So kind of handy feature there to use over on the side, and that's for all of the movements that have a library inside of TrainHeroic. So be aware of those links over there and use those to your advantage. Now, like I said, if these numbers here, like for the jerk, for instance, are not showing up correctly, if I'm looking at those and I'm like, wow, those are way off, I can fix that. If I go to my profile and click on that, and I go in here and I go to my working maxes in my profile, you'll see we have all these movements. All these movements. So that looks like it was in kilos. I did 255 on a clean and jerk from blocks Saturday, so I can update that. It's probably a little bit heavier than that from the clean. Okay, I'll put it in there. Just kind of looking at things here, and for this case particularly, we were looking at the jerk, and so I look at the jerk. I've got my max here at 210. I know that's more like 280. I just did that the other day in the barbell club, and so I'm going to update that to 280, and um, and then to go back to TrainHeroic. Okay, so I go back in here and should be using my numbers now for the jerk. Split squat is programmed as a max, and so that's not going to have anything defaulted in there. So you can adjust and you have control over your working maxes inside of your profile, and it's a really handy resource. It's so much more efficient than like writing it down. You can access this from anywhere. So definitely take advantage of that and keep that library up to date. Another thing that I've been using recently that I never really knew was an option before, but I think it's kind of neat, is if you go to the dots up here and you go to print, you can actually print out the workout of the day. I'm going to pull this up. So this will open as a PDF on whatever computer. Maybe this doesn't work for you. Maybe you like using your phone, but if sometimes having your phone out on a workout floor kind of dicey. You can forget it. You can something can get dropped on it or whatever. You can go to this sheet and you can just print this out and bring it in. And like for me, like we were talking about those percentages, it's really cool to have all these percentages already like written down, and I can take this out onto the workout floor with me, and I know pretty much what weights I'm going to be lifting pretty close anyway for these sets. I can see the workout, and this way I don't have to go get a whiteboard and write it out every time. I know people like doing that. There's nothing wrong with that. This is just a different option for you. So you can print this out if you're at work or you're at home before you come into the gym, and then you kind of got it, and you can settle into your warm up a little bit easier. You don't have to spend time writing stuff down on the whiteboard, and you just have this with you when you walk in the door. So those are just a couple of tips that I wanted to go over with you guys and make you guys aware of if you weren't already aware of those things before. If you have any other questions about Train Heroic, don't hesitate to reach out and ask. They're very responsive, and usually if we have suggestions with something, they can usually turn it around or at least put it on their to-do list for the next time an update comes out. So if you have questions about how to use this tool and get the most out of it, let me know. Thanks, guys. Bye.